Hello and welcome back on Corny Sauce. I've been asked to make a video about what to bring to Leuven, what I packed when I came here, and I decided to do that, but I also decided to do something more. So this is my first episode of my Living in Leuven series, and this is the What to Bring to Leuven edition. I have to specify I am a list person. If you watch my moving day vlog, you can see that I had to prepare everything in advance. If you're a list person like me, I'm gonna put at the end of the video the template of the list that I use. First of all, what to bring really depends on you and your preferences, what you wear normally. Also, if I were to move again, I would definitely bring way less stuff. If you need anything, you can always buy it here, or you can get it delivered. Leuven offers some parcel lockers around the city, so you can always ask your family to send you something, or you can order things online. So Leuven is cold. It was snowing in January for like a couple of days, but the weather was kind of cold from the beginning of November. Even though the days are becoming warmer, I still don't know what summer will be like, so I think I will make another video in July maybe. I think the trick is to be able to layer your clothes, so when you're packing, keep in mind that. So basically, like, you wake up in the morning, you take your bike, because everyone in Leuven moves with a bike, okay, and it's cold. So then you arrive in your class and you're probably late, so you're running, okay, and then you are sweating because in the class it's so hot. Then you finish your class, you go around the city, I don't know, you go grocery shopping again with your bike, and it's cold again because you were warm in your class, and then it's cold outside, and then you go in your room and it's warm. And then you go out in the evening and it can be super cold outside and it's so hot inside at the bars. I've been here for a semester now and I still don't know how to dress every day. As I said, if I were to pack again, I would definitely bring less things. This is just like the bare minimum I would bring. If you feel like you wear a different kind of clothes than me, you can adjust the list for you. So let's start with 2 or 3 pairs of jeans or trousers, like depending on what you're used to. Then I'd bring a pair of nice trousers for special occasions, then 1 or 2 shorts or leggings so you can use them to do sport. Then I would bring 1 or 2 pairs of long comfy pants. I usually wear my pajama pants, and these are useful for when you're studying or when you're just chilling in your room. Then long sleeve, then short sleeves shirts, and then a thermal vest, because you never know, there can be like a snowy day, or you do, for example, an excursion, then you're gonna need something way more warm than your normal clothes. Then 1 button-down shirt for nice occasions, also a suit jacket or a blazer, also for nice occasions, a couple of pajamas, then 2 hoodies and 3 sweaters. Again, you can just change the number. Then a really good winter jacket, you're gonna need this. It's cold, it's rainy, so remember, the jacket also needs to be like a rainproof. Then 1 lighter jacket for when it's like spring or autumn. I would suggest that this jacket is like nicer, so when you go out and maybe you know that it's gonna be warm in the club, for example, you can endure the cold from your home to like the bar, because there's not a lot of space for putting your jacket when you go to bars in Leuven. Then a really important thing is a scarf. Guys, it's so windy here, so you need a really good scarf. It's also useful, like if you forget your umbrella or if you don't bring it around, as I do, you just put your scarf on top of your head and then you can just go around like that. Also, a pair of gloves. Do not go around without gloves in winter, like your hands are gonna be full of cuts. Not a good idea, I experienced it. And then finally, winter and summer hats. Then to go out, people don't really dress super nice. Like in Italy, when you go out, you wear a dress. Here, it's way more chill than I thought. When you go out, you can just pair a jean with a top or like a nicer shirt. I've not seen people wearing dresses, but again, it really depends on how you dress normally. I've been out with a dress a couple of times because I just liked it. In any case, I would just bring a more like elegant combo for just special occasions, like a themed party, a gala, or like university event where you have to dress nicely. As for shoes, remember that it rains, so I'd bring like a pair of sneakers for sports, a pair of sneakers for like everyday activities, then a pair of winter shoes or a pair of boots. I bought them here because they didn't fit in my suitcase, and also the ones I had at home were like so broken. I needed to change them, especially if you come from a warm country. I think it's better for you to just buy them here because they're already used to the cold, so you can find really good shoes here. Then a pair of heels. It depends, like I've not really been using heels, but for example next week I have a couple events I have to dress up nice for, so I think I'm gonna wear heels. But remember that Leuven has like pebbles, I think that's the name, so like it's not really comfortable if you're wearing heels. And then also really important, a pair of slippers for your home. And if you live in a residence where you do not have your own bathroom, bring a pair of slippers for the bathroom please. Then I strongly suggest you bring or buy pretty warm socks, because if your feet are not warm, then you're gonna be so cold, you're gonna regret not bringing warm socks. Honestly, I've been there. I'm making this video so that you do not make my same mistakes. I think it's better if you buy your toiletries here, but there are some things that I strongly suggest you bring from your home. So first of all, a makeup bag. Like if you have your own makeup at home, it doesn't make sense to buy it here. Then specific skincare or hair care products, especially if you have a delicate skin or if you have a specific kind of hair. For example, if you have curlier, I understand that you may have a routine, so it makes sense to bring your own stuff. Then if you, like me, wear glasses or wear lenses, bring them and make sure you have spare ones, especially for the lenses. Also, if you bring those, remember the liquid for the lenses. You can also buy it here, but do not go to a pharmacy because they cost so much. I went to the pharmacy, I bought liquid because I had finished it and it cost so much. Like guys, I just want to see. Like I shouldn't be spending so much just to put on lenses every day. Then medicines and a thermometer. You want to have them when you're sick, so trust me, bring them with you, or like the first days you're here, just buy some basic medicines and a thermometer. Because honestly, from experience, when I was sick and I was like, oh, I feel sick, I need to see my temperature, I just took my thermometer, I found out I was sick, and I took my medicines, and then I went back to my bed. All of this was done in my room. This one is for the girls. If you have like a specific kind of period products that you use, then you should probably bring them, because when I arrived here in Belgium, I looked for pads, and honestly, like, they're not the kind I'm used to. They're uncomfortable. I just prefer the ones I use at home. So I think you should just bring some until you find another solution. Like, you're trying new products in Belgium, but at the same time, if you don't like them, you still have your own products and you can just use them until you find the right one here in Belgium. Finally, you do not need to bring shampoo or shower gel because you can find them here. However, I do suggest that you bring small travel containers with the amount of product that they just fit for your first days here. Also, once you finish them, they can be used if you do like weekend trips. You can just put them in your backpack and then you have like product for 3 days and you can just go wherever you want. So for my room, I did bring my bedding stuff and also my towels. It didn't make sense to me to buy new ones, also because like in 1 year I'm moving again. But if you want to buy new ones, then you can just go to Action or IKEA. Also, if you arrive in September and also in January, I think, there are some flea markets in Leuven organized by the university and organized by private. So for example, I found another pillow, a mirror, and also some other stuff. If you decide to bring your bed sheets, your duvet from home, then you should definitely use deflatable storage bags. They're so good because you just put your things inside, okay, and you just take out the hair with a vacuum cleaner. Do not do the same mistake I did though, because I thought like there's more space, I can put more stuff inside. No guys, the weight is gonna be the same, you just have more space. Also, really important thing for your room is bring your stuffed animal. If you saw my other videos, I have 2, now I have 3 actually. But yeah, stuffed animals or other decor from your room at home, I think it's a really good thing that you bring. They take up some space in your suitcase, it's true, but when you're here abroad, okay, having your stuffed animal or other things that remind you of your room or your home, I think it's like you're gonna appreciate that. Fundamental thing, a wallet with your money and your documents. Your documents are ID, passport, European health card, vaccine certificate, whatever you have. I don't know, it depends on the country, okay, but this is what I brought. Also, a copy of all your documents. Make sure before you leave your house, you make a copy of all your important documents. I created a folder in my computer with all my medical history files. Another thing I found out when I was here, bring like a small picture, the ones that you use for your ID. It is really useful to create the residence card, the bus card. So yeah, that's just pretty much what I would bring. I think like the things that I listed in this video are like the most important ones. If you forget something, you can always buy it here. So yeah, this is the end of my first living in Leuven video. Stay tuned for my next video, which is gonna be the MUN week that I'm gonna start soon. So I think that video is gonna be really cool. This was Chronicles. Follow along if you wanna know more about my life in Belgium and my survival guide on how to live in Leuven.